Hello friends, this is teacher JB. Today we're going to study tag questions. In English, you can ask questions like this. Do you speak English? Do you speak English? This is the way we are familiar to ask questions, but many American people use this way too. You speak English, don't you? You speak English, don't you? Or don't you? And this is called a tag question. Tag question. American people use tag questions to ask for confirmation. Okay, so when they ask tag question, it usually means, is that right? Or do you agree? Okay, instead of you're looking for an information, but you're asking for some kind of confirmation or agreement. Agreement. And then these tag questions are very common in English. Okay, let us take a look at the basic structure of tag question. So if the statement is negative, just like you don't like me, and then the tag question will be positive. Do you? You don't like me. Do you? So instead of saying, don't you like me? Don't you like me? Instead of asking questions like this, we can ask tag questions. You don't like me, do you? If the statement is positive, we use negative tag. You like me, don't you? You like me, don't you? Okay, let us think about the basic structure of a tag question with auxiliary verb. This is a positive statement and then negative tag. You are coming, aren't you? So this is the auxiliary here. So we tag it. So aren't you? You have finished. This is present perfect and this is the auxiliary. So we tag it. Haven't we? We have a car. This is not auxiliary. This is a main verb. So we do it with don't we? And you like coffee. And again, this like is not auxiliary. This is main verb. So we use do, don't you? They will help. Will is auxiliary. And then we say will not. And will not is won't. Right? And I can come. Can't I? So take this auxiliary. We must go. And positive. Mustn't we? Must not, mustn't we? He should try harder. So should is the auxiliary. We say shouldn't he? You are tall. This is not auxiliary. This is main verb. So we just use negative tag. So aren't you? John was there. So this is main verb. So wasn't he? Okay, here we have negative statement and then positive tag. You aren't coming, are you? We haven't finished, have we? We don't have a car, do we? You don't like coffee, do you? They won't help, will they? I can't come, can I? We mustn't go, and then must we? He shouldn't try harder, should he? You aren't tall, are you? John wasn't there, was he? Now, when you answer the tag question, just follow this pattern. Snow is white. So your answer is yes, right? Say yes, or yes it is. Snow is white, isn't it? Snow isn't white. Is it? Okay, this is negative statement and positive tag. But snow isn't white, is it? So asking you, so the answer is yes. Yes, it is. Snow is black. The answer is no, right? Snow is black, isn't it? No, it isn't. But here, you can emphasize this. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Okay? And snow isn't black, is it? No, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. So just like use the same answer you would answer. Is snow white? Is snow white? And then you would say, yes, it is. If the answer is yes, say yes, it is. And is snow black? No, it isn't. Just like that. If answer is no, say no. That's it. Okay, let us have some more practice in answering tech questions. The moon goes around the earth. Goes around, doesn't it? So the answer is true. So we say, yes, it does. You don't have to emphasize anything. The earth is bigger than the moon. Isn't it? Is? Isn't it? Say yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The earth is bigger than the sun. Isn't it? The answer is no, right? So we say no, it isn't. Asian people don't like rice. No, that's not true. Do they? Don't like? Do they? Yes, they do. They do. They like it. So yes, they do. Elephants live in Europe, don't they? So you can see some elephants in Europe, but not necessarily. Say just say no, they don't, with emphasis. Men don't have babies. That's true, right? Do they? Men don't have babies. So no, they don't. The English alphabet doesn't have 40 letters, does it? No. The answer is no. No, it doesn't. Okay, take questions with the special cases. When you use negative adverbs, the statement becomes negative. For example, he never came again. It looks positive, but because of this, this is negative. So we have to use positive tag. He never came again. Did he? Now, rarely is negative as well. Can rarely looks like positive, but because of this, it is negative. He can rarely come these days. Can he? Hardly is negative, so you hardly ever came late. Did you? So you use positive tag. I barely know you. Barely is negative adverb, so this is negative statement. So you use a positive tag. You would scarcely expect her to know that. Would you? Would? Would you? It's not would not because this is negative. Okay, let's think about intonation. With rising intonation like this, it sounds like a real question. But if our intonation falls like this, it sounds more like a statement that doesn't require a real answer. It's not that you don't have to answer, but it's not a question. So when the intonation goes up, it's a question. And when intonation goes down, it's not a question, instead it's confirmation or agreement. You don't know where my wallet is, do you? So you're asking the real question. You don't know where my wallet is, do you? If it goes down, it's not a real question. You're just like trying to make confirmation that you don't know. Okay? In case of imperative, you follow this text. Take a seat. Won't you? So it's polite invitation. Help me. Can you? Quite friendly. Help me. Can't you? Okay, somewhat quite friendly, but some irritation. Close the door. Would you? This is quite polite. Do it now. Will you? This is less polite. Don't forget. Will you? Okay, so this is positive. You can use positive. This is negative, and you can use a positive. Okay, so do it now. Will you? Don't forget. Will you? With negative imperatives, only will is possible. Okay, so if this is negative, always use will. If the positive statement, you can use negative or positive. That's up to you. Okay, let us do some practice here. We are collecting all cities. So this is the verb, and then this is the auxiliary, and this is positive, so we need negative tag. Aren't we? Aren't we? Okay. I often watch TV in the evening. So this is the verb, and this is main, and then I is the subject. So, don't I? Don't I? You have done the washing. Have done. So we have to take this with a negative. Haven't you? Haven't you? Everybody is ready. Okay, this is a little bit tricky. Everybody, when everybody is the subject, we have to use with they. They. So everybody is ready. And then the negative is aren't they? So this part is, but the tag has to be a plural, aren't they? The mall is closed today. So this is the statement, positive statement. So we use negative tag, isn't it? Mall is it. Jessica couldn't hand in her assignment on time. Jessica is she, right? And couldn't, so we use could. Could she? I am tall enough to play basketball. So this is am. So some people will say ain't, but the right answer is aren't I? Aren't I? Your father has a convertible car. So has, this is just main, it's not auxiliary. So we use does, doesn't he. Your father is he, right? Doesn't he? They didn't recognize me. So didn't, and then they. So we use a positive tag. Did they? Did they? Nothing was wrong. Nothing. When it's thing, it's always singular. But this is negative, right? So we don't say wasn't. Instead we say was it. Was it. Was it. Mind your own business. You can say anything. You can say will you. Would you. So you can put anything you want. Let's talk a break. When you say let, usually you can say shall we? Shall we? Let's dance. Shall we? Okay, we have one more page to practice. We are waiting for the result of the exam. So are waiting. So we have to take this. Aren't we? I never break your heart. Never break. So we have to take this. Do, but never. So this is negative. We don't say don't. Just we say do I. I never break your heart. Do I? You have finished your work. Have, we have to take this with haven't you? Haven't you? You have finished your work. Haven't you? These are the new students. And then here aren't And when you say these or those, you say they. Aren't they? Are, aren't. This becomes they. It's a beautiful day. It's, so this is positive. So we use negative tag, isn't it? Isn't it? Leah couldn't talk to you about the incident. So Leah is she, and couldn't, so we use could instead of couldn't, and couldn't, could she. I'm one of the members of the board. Am, we use aren't I. Aren't I? Ellen has 2 sons. Ellen is a man, so we say doesn't he? Doesn't he? Nobody. First of all, nobody has to be they. Nobody understood what was going on. So nobody understood. This is past tense. So we can say didn't, but since this is negative, did, and then nobody becomes they. Did they? The new restaurant wasn't open last weekend. So this is it and wasn't. So we say was it. Turn down the volume. So this is imperative. We can say will you or can you or even can't you, right? Let's meet at the school library. So we have let's, so we use shall. Shall we? Okay, this is the conclusion of just like tag question study. And I will come back to you with another topic as soon as possible. Until then, keep studying English and have a great day. Bye.